they panicked, and then they started to like try and grab anything around them, and then they just started to take off all their stuff. They were 18 meters down. They tried to swim to the surface. Well, I think scuba diving is a funny thing where there's certain things that even people who seem normal, who seem like they're do well in stressful situations, when they go diving, when I was in the Philippines, someone was telling me a story. Someone was diving and then their oxygen ran out, or their reg was broken, and you're supposed to reach for your spare, but they panicked. And then they started to like try and grab anything around them, and then they just started to take off all their stuff. So they took off their goggles, and then they took off their dive gear, and then they took off their weight belt, and then they tried to just swim. They were 18 meters down. They tried to swim to the surface. They got to, thankfully they were like quite near the surface, blacked out, and then they just like floated at the top. Someone rescued them. They had to get taken to emergency hospital in a helicopter, but they were fine. They were in hospital for a couple of days, but they seemed kind of brave. But when they got into that situation, it was like panic mode sets in, and they're just completely different.
They seem to be like experienced.
Yeah, they seem like they'd be experienced. Have you ever had any scary things with guests when you're diving?
The most scary situation that I had once, it's exactly what you just mentioned, and it happened inside one cenote. We were doing the
Cave diving.
Just a cavern dive. That was in the cavern area. So I took these guests to the cavern, and these guys, they had experience. They have over 40 dives logged.
Really?
Dive recently. That dive where we went was in Dos Ojos, super calm. It's very relaxed. There's a lot of light. And what happened that day is that the guest got water inside his mask.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he forgot. I mean, that's one of the basic skills.
Yeah,
learn,
yeah.
right?
It's the first thing you learn.
Yeah. Well, but he freaked out. So he freaked out and he removed the mask.
Inside the cave?
While we were in the cavern, yes. So, I mean, luckily, thank God, I was paying attention to them, you know. It's like, I saw them right in the second when he was freaking out.
Yeah.
You know.
And what did he do? He just took it off?
He took it off, but by the moment he took it off, I was already there. Because I saw him struggling cleaning it, so I started getting close. Because I don't know, somehow you see the people, you know, so I got close and was like, it looks like he cannot, you know. So like I was getting closer. The moment he just removed the goggles, I just make sure that I held his regulator just to make sure that he held it in his mouth, and I closed his nose.
Okay, and then you just took him out while blind.
Right.
Yeah.
So I took him out and I shake him, and I was talking like, hey, don't move. I know he will understand, but a little bit, sometimes the people get it, you know, or at least to hear the noise, like, hey, I was trying to make him feel like, hey, I'm here, I'm helping you, it's okay, just breathe, basically, that's what I did.
Yeah.
And you know, in the cavern area, you're not too far away from the exit.
Yeah.
So it was
How far is it? Oh, so it's before you actually go into the cave, it's like the...
Yeah, it's divided. So where the guests that we take them to the cavern area. In the cavern, we go no farther than 60 meters from any exit. And in that area, I mean, in Dos Ojos, before you get to the Barbie, you're like 30 meters away from the exit.
Okay.
There's plenty of light, so yeah, I help him. But that was scary for me.
Yeah.
You know, when you have somebody freaking out, removing the mask.
Yeah. The next thing is spit regulator, and then it's trouble.
I mean, and the least that I want is that somebody get hurt. We had a little bit of fight. Yeah. To remove the mask, I just looked at the daylight.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, take it easy. Once he relaxed, I fixed my mask as quick as I could.
Yeah.
And I took him out.
Nice.
But for me, that was a little bit scary.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know, it makes you think about a lot of stuff in those seconds. I was thinking about, oh my God, I hope he didn't inhale water. Oh Jesus, if he did, immediately, well, you just start doing a list of what you gotta do, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get out of the water, I gotta notify these guys, I gotta do this. I'm thinking always on the worst case scenario. I was thinking of the worst case scenario. But no, once we get in the outside of the water, it was, hey, are you okay? Are you like this? Like asking him, you know?
Yeah.
The guy was just, he was a little bit embarrassed. I was like, no, I'm okay. I don't know how I freaked out and I couldn't remove my mask. But to me, that part, that was scary, you know?
Yeah. Because it's just like, his mind probably went blank and it's just panic.
And it happens in 1 second, just like you said. Just like all of a sudden, people might look. Those are instinctive reactions.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of stop, breathe, and think, they're just like they just follow. They follow the stress. They don't break the circle. That's the problem.